Hey, this is Nitin Garg, and in this quick video, I will tell you about the code replication process in Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So, code replication is being used to transfer your code from staging environment to your production environment. Let's say that you have your code somewhere in the GitHub or Bitbucket. So, and you want to push your code on your production environment. So the way it works in Salesforce Commerce Cloud, that you need to push your code on your staging environment via your CI/CD or any build process. Once your code is on a staging environment and you have validated everything is you have validated that everything is looking good, then you will use code replication process of available in say business manager to push your code either on the development environment or on your production environment. While while doing code replication, what does it mean? That it will push your code version to your production environment, and then you can activate it so that customer can see the changes. There are the four things you can do in the code replication. One, you can transfer your code from staging to production environment or development environment. You can transfer as well as activate it so that customer can see the new changes. You can activate the recently transferred code version, or you can undo the recently activated code version. In the first one, where you are just transferring it, what does it mean? That code version will be moved to your production environment. So all the files will move to your production environment, but still old code version will be activated. So customer will not see any change. In the transfer and activation means you have transferred all the codes to production environment and also activated that so that customer can start seeing the changes on the production or development environment wherever you pushed. In the third one, where you are just activating, it means that you have transferred it earlier as part of code replication process, and now you want to activate it. So you will use the replication process to activate that code version so that customer can start seeing the changes. And the fourth one is undo. So let's say that you have activated uh, a code version, and due to some issues you want to re-enable the old code version. So you will use undo functionality, and what undo will do, that the recent replication which you have done will be undone. It means that let's say that you have pushed your code and activated it through the replication process, so undo will immediately reactivate the old code version, and customer will start seeing the old changes. uh, but if in case you have already activated old code version manually in the production or development environment, or you have already used undo, then you cannot reuse the undo functionality. It will do nothing. Or your old code version does not exist because you have cleaned up your production environment and you have deleted all the existing version there, then also undo will do nothing. So these are the four things you can do. Now I'm just giving you a quick demo here, that in this is the business manager, and in the business manager, in the admin section, you will see the code replication under the replication area. Once you will click on code replication, you will see this dashboard which is showing a couple of information. First one is the process ID. It is auto generated. Usually you will not set it up, but if you want, you may set it up. uh, and then it's a target, that where are you planning to replicate, or where the past replications have happened here. So it will be either development or production. Third one is what's the type. So it will be one of the four type which we have discussed: transfer activation, activation, or undo. And then activation type is manual or automatic, which we'll discuss in a minute. So let's quickly create one of the code. Let's quickly do the code application. So click for that one. Let's click on new, and in this screen, as I said, you can set it up a process ID if you want, but I'm just leaving it as it is. And then in the target, you can set either development or production environment. So for now, let's say that I want to push my code on production. I can put some nice description if I want. Manual means that once this replication process creation will be done, then I need to click start manually. While automatic means that I want to set some time, and at that time or date, it will that replication will happen automatically. So let's say that midnight I want to replicate my code version and activate it. So I do not need to await for that. What I need to do, that I just need to set the date as well as the time for the midnight, and my replication will happen automatically. And I can also get the email when it will be done, or I can set the multiple email IDs. So when I will awake in the morning, I will check that, okay, what's the status. For now, uh, just set the manual, and I don't need any notification because it's a manual. Clicking on the next. So next screen, it will show me the couple of code versions which are available on that staging environment, and this version is active version of the staging. That's why it's asking, do you want do you want to activate the, basically push the current version or the some old versions. So for now, I'm just saying that okay, push the current active version of staging, and just taking next. One more thing which I missed here. Let me go to previous screen. Here in the replication type, it is showing me the three things: code transfer and activation, code transfer or undo. So if I will choose code transfer and will hit next, it means that I'm just transferring this code. What does it mean? That next time when I will come to this process, I will see the code activation as a step here as well, because I have done the transfer. Now I want to activate it. So that's where Commerce Cloud will automatically figure it out, and it starts showing the fourth option as well. Now for now, I'm just saying that I just want to transfer it as well as activate it immediately. I don't want to wait. This one is just showing a summary, that where I'm transferring, is it manual or some scheduled, what I'm trying to do, and then what version I'm replicating. And here, either I can start it immediately, or I can create it and start, and then I can start in few seconds. So if you will just create it, then it will start displaying on the dashboard. Here it is saying that okay, you have created this replication process, and either you can delete it if you don't want to replicate it anymore. But if you say start, then it will push your code. So the moment I will click on start, it will run. It will ask me the final confirmation. Clicking OK here. Now if you see, it's showing in progress, and within few minutes it will be done. And once it will be done, it will show it as a complete status. And that's it. That's how you will replicate your code on either the production environment or on development environment. Okay, I hope you like this video. Thank you very much.